Hey everyone, I'm Mark Mulholland. This is News Channel 13 now. It's been a roller coaster weather week. Exactly where on the coaster are we now? Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Paul Cayano. Hey, Paulie.
Hey, Mark. All right, so you know when you're on the roller coaster and you just went over the top, right, and your stomach starts to come up because you're dropping like a rock down the first big slope?
Yeah, and I don't
where
like
we
that,
are.
by the way.
What's that?
I don't like that, by the way. I don't like the first part.
I know. Well, you should go outside then because that's where we're at because it's probably about 10 degrees cooler right now than when you came in, even if it was just an hour ago. So we have those changes heading in. Most of the area now is free and clear of any precip, so we don't have to worry about anything changing over to ice or snow or stuff like that. But, of course, there's the temperature, which is going to be the big deal.
Yeah. How about those thunderstorms this morning? Did you get them down here? We got them up in Saratoga County this morning at around 7 o'clock. The whole house shook.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. I was watching the radar. Down into Schoharie County, there were a couple, Schenectady County, and across a good chunk of Saratoga County, as you mentioned. I think it was right around 7:15, 7:20, right up and down the Northway, up toward, even from Lake George, right down to Clifton Park. There was some thunder and lightning at an odd time and an odd time of the year. Also.
Yeah. Very, very strange. I'm a neophyte at this, Paulie, so you might have to help direct me, but let me know when you want me to bring in your graphics here, because for those who don't know, we're serving as producer, director, in addition to being on camera to chatting.
Right. Oh, you're a pro. Let's see if you can bring in the graphics now. You're going to add me or just the graphic? Let's see.
How do you want me to do it? I'm going to bring in the graphics now.
Let's do the graphic and we'll see what comes up.
And that's this one.
See, that's a good shot. I like that.
That helps.
So that's the Albany skyline from East Greenbush. We show this on the air. This is a good shot. First of all, the camera's shaking. We got a good wind coming in, but look at the temperature up there, 38. So at noon or a little bit before noon, it was 52. So just when that front passed through, that's what happened. Already we've lost about 10, 15 degrees off our temperature.
Yeah.
So it's on its way.
Out a little.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. We were looking west. And I'll go to the next one. I don't even know what the next. Yeah, we got downtown Albany looking east. Let's see if we could find one out maybe in the Mohawk Valley that'll show even further clearing. Catskill. So, yeah, you get the idea. I mean, there's still cloudy in spots. And then Bennington, it looks like we got some snow flurries going on. That's pretty cool. Out in southern Vermont. Here's Lake George. Look at that. So a gusty wind, 28 degrees right now in Lake George. So things are changing pretty quickly. Pittsfield. And I was trying to find them. There's Schenectady. Still plenty of clouds when you look west. So I wouldn't expect a lot of sun, but certainly some drier weather coming in as we go through the afternoon. I'll roll through these, Mark. If you want to put that full screen or add me and the graphics, that's
add
your
the graphic.
choice.
How do I do that now, Paul? You want to direct me? Maybe Chris Rooney is our digital manager here too. He's kind of guiding me
like it is if you want. The wind chill is going to be the thing. I'll just roll here, and you guys change the way you want it to look. But temperatures are going to feel like they're in the 20s right through the afternoon and into the evening. Look at that. Wind chill going through the teens. And it felt like 50, 55 out the front door this morning. By the time you head home from work, school, and get some stuff going on a Friday evening, it's going to feel like it's in the teens or February, which is what it is. 30s as we get into the afternoon already. You can see the snow showers. We showed you them in Vermont, Bennington County, maybe up toward North Adams. Not a lot of snow. It's not going to accumulate. But you get the idea of the drier trend coming in behind that front. You can see the sharp back edge of the front sliding through not only here the capital region, but right up and down the I-90 corridor down into the deep south. So this colder air mass will flow into the entire eastern third of the country. Temperatures will continue to plummet. The computer model trying to keep up, still a couple degrees behind here, but I think everyone will be in the 20s before we finish the evening hours out. The hour-by-hour forecast will show that drier trend along with the cooler air. Hey, how about this? You wake up Saturday morning, it's in the teens, and then we rebound to the 30s on Saturday and some 40s on Sunday. So it does look like the last real good cold shot. This one will be in and out. So a cold night tonight if you're heading out on this Friday evening, and then tomorrow 39, Sunday 46. And if you have plans on the holiday for President's Day, just a few rain showers and right back to 47, which is about 8 degrees above normal. So it puts us right back to where we started everything before this whole front came through.
The roller coaster continues, and you'll update everything. For those who don't know, Paulie is always updating this and always checking out models, and he'll bring us the very latest beginning live at 4. Paul, have a good afternoon.
You too, Mark. Thank you.
Here's what else is making news this afternoon. People who live in the Parkview Apartments in Albany. Let me get rid of this graphic here. People who live in the Parkview Apartments in Albany say they have no place to live. It's been 2 weeks since about 45 people were forced from their homes as pipes burst, which caused the electrical systems to fail. Dan Levy is following this story for us today, and he's kind enough to join us with an update. Dan, good afternoon.
Yeah, this has been an absolute nightmare. It is an inconvenience. It is a hardship. What we know for sure is that about 45 people who live in the Parkview Apartments have been in a state of limbo now for about 13 days, as you mentioned. The pipes burst there during freezing temperatures a couple of weeks ago. That water got into the electrical system. The electrical system conked out. Boom, they lose power. They can't live there. Okay, so the management takes them to an area motel. About 45 of them were staying at the Comfort Inn in Glenmont. Well, after 2 weeks, guess what? This coming weekend, that hotel is booked because there's a convention coming into town. So the hotel says, hey, sorry, you got to get out of here. We've got it booked. All right. So once again, the management from the Parkview had to scramble. Within the past hour, a great big CDTA bus showed up to transport all of these people and all of their belongings to another area motel. They were scheduled to leave at about 10 o'clock this morning to a third motel. But because they didn't like the neighborhood, they didn't like the reviews online of that motel, they said, no, we're signing a petition. We refuse to go there. So the Parkview people had to find them a new motel, someplace in a community that they wanted to go. And so that's what the delay was. And then again, within the last hour, they boarded that CDTA bus. Right now, if they're not there yet, they are certainly on their way. Now, the other open-ended question is, when can they return home? I spoke with the manager of the Parkview. He tells me they expect those people, those 45 displaced people, to be welcomed back into their homes by the middle of next week, the 22nd of February. We'll wait and see if that happens. But these people, there's quite a bit of uncertainty. Many of them are elderly. Many of them are disabled. One woman was very concerned. She had her bag of insulin. She's diabetic. She says, if I don't get this into a refrigerator sometime soon, then it's ruined and I lose $300. So that's just, an anecdote of what some of the people are going through.
Dan, any time frame for when the repairs will be done at Parkview?
Well, initially we were told they would be repaired in 7 to 10 days. Apparently there was a problem getting some of the parts. But now, and again, I just spoke with the manager. He said, we know we're going to be ready to go on the 22nd of February.
Dan Levy, thanks very much. And you'll have the latest for us beginning live at 4. Thank you. Were you among those who had a delayed commute northbound on the Northway this morning? Well, there was quite a snafu there. We were first told you this morning a tractor trailer rolled over near exit 7. State police say the driver failed to navigate a ramp and overturned. The trailer was hauling construction equipment. It took crews a few hours to clean up the debris and reopen the northbound lanes. Police say the injuries to the driver were minor. No other cars or trucks were involved. And in this morning, a Milton woman, her name is Adrian Lydell. She's 21 now, but was 20 back in March when she hit 2 people who were walking along Hop City Road in the town of Ballston, killing Harold Townsend and injuring his wife. Lydell was driving under the influence of marijuana, had cannabis or THC in her system. She was sentenced this morning to 1 to 3 years in prison. A relative of the victims gave impact statements in court today. We will have the latest on this story and all the day's news beginning live at 4 on News Channel 13. This is 13 Now. I'm Mark Mulholland. Have a great day.